iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans. Once again, it is Wednesday night. That means the Best Qualifications Pro Series, brought to us by the Upstate Racing League, is back to the big screen. Tonight, it's the Xander Sign Group 100 from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Here we are. We've been all up and down and around the country, from Kern County to Nashville to Stafford to Oxford, South Boston, Langley, and Southern National. Tonight, though, here, round number 8 takes us to the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and it's about to be a good one, because when you look at the points championship standings, it's all starting to develop with just a handful of races left here. Guillaume Fortin has a 34-point race lead over Brian Hacker. Mike Alexander is 86 points back. Scott Austin is 110. And Matthew Barkhouse, who rounds out the top 5 coming into the evening, he has 132 points out of the top spot, which is held by Guillaume Fortin. So the question is, can Guillaume hold on to that over the strong charging number 2 of Brian Hacker? And I can tell you, man, it's been a good season so far if you were car number 13 or car number 2, because Guillaume Fortin, 3 wins out of the 6 starts that count here for the Upstate Racing League, has not finished outside the top 5, and I can tell you he has not finished outside the top 2 all season long. Brian Hacker, well, he's got 2 wins, 5 top 5s, and 6 top 10s counted for him. It's just not quite good enough right now with being 34 points back. We'll have to see if he can close that gap coming into the night, because it's right here at North Wilkesboro, and it's 5 Flags, and then it's Lanier just 1 week from now. That's what is coming up here, but what's first up is the Xander Sign Group race here tonight. 100 laps here, brought to us by the Xander Sign Group. And this is your starting lineup for tonight's race. Snagging the pole here tonight, the driver out of Wisconsin, driving car number 6. That'll be Joe Schaefer Jr. Then the driver that'll start alongside him, it's the man that's been on the hot streak all season long. He's sitting P number 2. It'll be number 13 of Guillaume Fortin. Back into P number 3 here tonight, the driver out of Huntley, Illinois, driving car number 2. That'll be Brian Hacker. And how about the driver that lives just, well, right down the road? Car number 5, that'll be Scott Austin. Back into the 5th position here tonight, car number 15, that'll be Matthew Barkhouse. And it's Philip Martin, car number 46, will start in the 6th spot. 7th here tonight, it's the jolly old, well, Christmas Spirit, number 23, the driver out of South Carolina. That'll be Blade Timmons. Back into the 8th spot here tonight, another one of those Illinois boys. It's car number 23, that's the Jumpman, Gary Eschen. Back into the 9th spot, he drives car number 88. That'll be Matt Eddie starting back into the 9th position. And how about the Xander Sign Group number 75? That is Mike Alexander. He'll start from the 10th spot here tonight. First driver to qualify outside the top 10 out of South Glens Falls, New York. Car number 96. It's the boss man of Al Smith Jr. Back into the 12th starting spot here tonight. That'll be car number 91. That'll be Adam Gable. In 13th here tonight, rolling on the starting lineup, the driver, the doctor, car number 39. That'll be the man, Bill Martin. Back into position number 14 here, driving car number 88 out of the Mad Racing Stables entry. That'll be Matt McLean. How about the driver? All the way out of Crossville, Tennessee, driving car number 98, coming out the gate here tonight. That'll be racing Jason Dobbs. Driver out of the Upstate area, driving car number W6, starting 16th, Michael Peak. 17th on the call here tonight, driving the number 92, hailing from north of the border here tonight. That'll be Adam Turner. Back into the 18th spot. How about car number 18? That'll be Gavin Isley. Isley piloting car number 18, rolling from the 18th starting spot here tonight. Back into the 19th spot, also hailing out of New York, driving car number 15. That's going to be Tyler Bushy. That is your 19-car starting field here tonight, ready to go racing. 100 laps on the docket here tonight for the Xander Sign Group 100. Xander Sign Group specializes in fleet and vehicle graphics, graphic designs, vehicle wraps, anything in between. The Xander Sign Group has you covered. Make sure to hit them up for anything you need fleet-wise, vehicle graphics, graphic designs. They do a heck of a job because you can just find them all over the number 75 of Mike Alexander. 100 laps this time out of turn 4. Ready to go racing here from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. The 1987 Speedway coming back to life here on iRacing as we're green flag racing with the Best Golf Operations Pro Series here tonight for the Upstate Racing League. 100 laps. Turn 1, they thunder down into corners 1 and 2. Battle for the top spot. Who will lead lap number 1 here? Gonna go to the driver of the Epic Media number 6. Joe Schaefer Jr. leading lap number 1. Guillaume to the outside, but look at that black and red and gold. Number 2, Brian Hacker, a new paint scheme for him here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Scott Austin putting a new wrap on the body of that Ford Mustang, and it is sitting right now P number 3. One driver going to bounce it off the outside, retaining, well, that time out of turn number 4. That's car number 46. There it is. That is going to be Philip Martin. Martin taking that number 46 up against the outside wall there in turns number 4. And he's up outside the groove here. Told this track here tonight we should be able to see 2 grooves of racing all evening long. We just have to wait for the outside lane to start to come in. They tell me we're going to get there. Al Smith trying to make a move in the Upstate Promotions number 96. There you see him. He's down 1 spot since the drop of the green flag as he lost that spot as one car made a little contact there with Smith. That is going to be the 88 of Matt McLean and the Fury number 88 Borla exhaust entry. He's up the speedway and now he falls back in line right behind car number 39. That's the doctor of Bill Martin. Martin back there in the blue, black, and red. Number 39 sitting 13th position. Dobbs a little bit deeper into the field. The driver out of Tennessee. Dealing with some storms down there in Tennessee. We hope everybody, if you're tuning in from the Tennessee area, you are safe and well. Heard some tornadic activity down there. I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, over on the YouTube side of things before we came live. They got some storm chasers down there chasing some crazy storms right now. Supercells in Tennessee. So we hope everybody and your families are fine. Crossed up Gavin Isley. Actually, that was the number 92 of Adam Turner. A lot of those 9S taxi machines, sometimes they get me a little confused. They all look the same. We have 7 laps in the books. There's the Epic Media number 6. That is your race leader of Joe Schaefer Jr. He is out front here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway after qualifying on the pole, taking the lead, the command, if you will, on lap 1. He's still sitting there overall at the top of the charts. Most drivers have gone single file except for the old donkey machine. There's the number 98. The Al Speed Shop on the hood of Racing Jason's number 98 here. And, of course, his baby girl on the roof. Colby always riding with Daddy. Right now, Dom's having a little handling problems on the old donkey machine. We'll see if Doms can find a way to get that car to start to rotate. I don't see any damage. Another Tyler Bushy sideways out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. He's going to be able to gather it up and keep it pointed into the right direction. There you see the Tyler Bushy entry. As Dobbs and Isley still battle. That is for the 17th and 18th spot, respectively, on the Speedway. Everybody else is single file, so you are not missing anything as we watch the battle for 17th and 18th onto the Speedway currently. Next closest battle, well, there really is none. Everybody else has gotten to the long run single file formation here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. There's the battle here, and now it's going to involve the number 92 of Adam Turner also. So 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th as Tyler Bushy battles back. Called a four-way battle. Oh, the 92 of Turner. Everybody hanging on to her. 3 out of the 4 cars in that picture frame were sideways up off corner number 2. Everybody was able to gather it up so that we stay into the, well, single file. Back up here towards the front of the field. Inside the top 5, there's Matthew Barkhouse, car number 15. He's been able to pick up 1 spot, and that 1 spot came from the all-orange machine. A little bias here tonight, race fans, but I think the orange car that you see on the Speedway, that's the Austin Designs number 5 of Scott Austin. An absolute exquisite, beautiful car. And you're probably thinking, Roger, it is a plain orange machine. It's beautiful. Probably because it's orange, right? Scott Austin currently sitting there in P number 5. Brian Hacker was up the track that time, entering corner 1. Looking to try and diamond it off, see if he can find some speed in the Austin Designs number 2 there for Brian Hacker. The Xander Sign Group number 15 of Matthew Barkhouse just sitting in between those 2 Austin Designs entry. And we talked about the Christmas man. There is the Christmas boy himself, the old St. Nick. I'm only kidding. It's Blade Timmons in car number 23. He's got the Christmas scheme. What's better than having Christmas here in May? The heck with May Day and May the 4th be with you and all those kind of sayings. How about Christmas in May? I like the ring of it. I just want some more gifts. My kids give me the best gifts. Sometimes I have to look at them 2-3 times to understand what they are, but hey, they're still the best gifts. Biggest mover so far here in the early portions, car number 75 of Mike Alexander in the Xander Sign Group number 75. Been able to pick up 3 spots since we went green flag racing here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. We are currently sitting, next time we come by the old flag stand there, Joe Schaefer will see 20 laps officially in the books that he's been able to lead since the drop of the green flag. So with Joe Schaefer Jr. leading the way, he's opened it up to a 1-second gap over Guillaume Fortin, who currently's got Brian Hacker, Matthew Barkhouse, and Scott Austin, along with Blade Timmons right there, all nose to tail. Saw Matthew Barkhouse kind of open up the bottom side of the Speedway. See everybody just trying to log some laps. They told me the track a little slippery here at the end of their practice session. So we'll see who will be able to hold on to their tires, because 100 laps here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway is a long time. These drivers do have a set of tires sitting down on pit road if they were to need them to come to pit road to slap 4 fresh racing, I call them Goodyear racing tires here tonight. Almost wanted to call them the old bias ply tire. It's 1987 according to the Speedway. There you see the 46 of Philip Martin. He was a little sideways out of turn 2. He's got the Driving DJ Network on the hood of that number 46. You see Mr. Martin there trying to do his best DJ impression up off the corner. Wheel and deal it. Still the best battle back here between Dobbs and Gavin Isley. So we're 16th and 17th. One driver, I believe, on pit road coming back out onto the raceway is the Tyler Bushy entry. Bushy has gone multiple laps down. As I believe, yep, right back into his pit stall. Unfortunate for the driver out of New York. Came into the season hoping that he was going to be able to compete with the top dogs, but so far just kind of had bad luck going his way. The boss man of Al Smith is in this pack. There is the white and blue number 96 of Smith. Right behind him, that is Bill Martin. Martin started into the 13th position and has not been able to charge through the field here early on in this one. See if he's able to get around the Upstate promotions. Number 96 is Smith. You saw Martin down in turn 3 and 4 utilize the inside line as Al Smith tried to keep the momentum up just a little bit, running about a groove up down in 3 and 4. Let's see if he does it again this time as we get the bird's eye view here. Nope, that time Smith goes down to the bottom. He will block the advances of car number 39 of Bill Martin. Uh-oh, Matthew Barkhouse, and I missed it, but the 88 is going around of Matt Eddy. He's got that Pontiac turned around. The first caution flag of the night going to fly here. Lap number 31 is the first time the yellow silk flies as the race leaders come by the stripe. So what happened to Mr. Matt Eddy, who was running inside the top 10? There's the 88 of Matt Eddy. He was running 10th exactly at the time. Oh, going to get a little help there from the number 91 of Adam Gable. Bill Martin nowhere to go. He made a little contact there. Right on board with Bill Martin. He saw it. He hit the brakes and just nowhere to go as he slides right into that number 88 there, Matt Eddy. There you still see the little boop and a bop and a bang. Little boop, a bop, and a bang here tonight to bring out the first caution flag of the evening. And as we talk about the first caution flag of the night, that means somebody had to come to pit road, right? Yep, there it is. Car number 2, Brian Hacker, the only driver that came to pit road. And I'm looking at it, he put four fresh tires on the number 2. We'll see if Hacker's able to come back through the field. He'll have plenty of time. The only thing he's hoping for now is that there's no cautions from here to the end of this one. So the running order now looks like Joe Schaefer Jr. Well, he had the lead. He will retain the lead on the restart. So it'll be Schaefer, Fortin, Barkhouse, Austin, Timmons, Alexander, Martin, Eschen, Smith, and McLean here. Tell everybody is scheduled to restart here. Should go back racing with about 35. I believe we're on the 2 to go. They're double checking it real quick down the back straightaway. So race fans, we got to thank you all here tonight for tuning in on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't done it, go ahead, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and then hit the bell. Get the notifications anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether you're a short track racing fan, dirt racing fan, or maybe you like the high banks of the Talladega, Daytona, Speedway. That's right, we got the super speedways also here. Lights are out, so we're going to tell the old boys, double them back up. Let's get ready to go back racing here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. We talked about it, how we're here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and we have 2 more races left, 5 Flags and Lanier. That's the races that come up following the race here tonight. But first, we got to get through this one. 35 in the books as we come back. Green flag racing. It'll be Joe Schaefer Jr. leading the way. He'll be able to take the... Oh, hold on to her. Al Smith was absolutely crossed up, facing the fence line. And you saw the 88 of McLean check up hard. Then you saw the W6 of Michael Peak. He absolutely slammed on the brakes, got himself sideways, allowed Smith to get that car pointed back in the right direction. Now another one. Philip Martin looked like he was about to head to the infield. He will lose 2 spots there. Another car sideways off turn 4 that time. It was the all-orange number 5 of Scott Austin. Austin has the Christmas cheer, Christmas jingle up underneath him. That is Blade Timmons. There you see the driver out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Trying to work himself into the 4th position. Has that time by at the stripe. Timmons trying to gather some up early here on this restart. That's the best time to attack and pounce. That's because everybody just kind of grouped up. One little slip-up's going to check up the entire lane. Everybody playing nice out there. The battle, though, is for, maybe almost a little contact that time off turn number 4. Battle for the 5th spot. Scott Austin, Mike Alexander. Alexander currently holding the Xander Sign Group entry. Number 75 into the 6th spot, up 4 spots since the drop of the green flag. But take a look back here. It's the battle, it's the scruff, it's the scrum. There is, everybody from the 10th position on back. Remember, Brian Hacker came to pit road. Well, he's been able to pick up a handful of spots, but he is deep buried in traffic as that number 2 sliding out from underneath him. Brian Hacker used to tell me he's got 2 left feet, but I can definitely tell you to be able to dance like that, he's got a left and a right foot up underneath him. One car going to bounce it off the outside wall. That is Gavin Isley. There's Isley running now 13th. Dobbs is running 14th. And Bill Martin just not having, one car hard into the wall. And they're going to pinball off each other. That's Michael Peak. Everybody made some contact. And everybody somehow, some way, is going to keep it going. Michael Peak, unfortunately, going to lose, it looks like, about 5 spots on the exchange. But at least he's still out there rolling, closing in on halfway. When we come back, it'll be 45 in the books here tonight. Battle for that 3rd position. It's Barkhouse who has it. Timmons would like to take it away in car number 23. Timmons down the back straightaway into 3, just about a fender length behind the number 15 there for Matthew Barkhouse. And at the stripe, 3rd position being scored to the number 15 of Barkhouse that time. So Timmons got to find another way. Got to fall back, regroup, and then pounce back on that number 15. Will we see the old 3-tap Teddy rule here tonight? Short track racing action. Anything goes. Just got to be ready in the pits. Now Timmons going to start to look to the outside, see if he can find anything there. He was one of the drivers that I talked to early on, and he had said he really hoped, he thought the outside groove would come in here tonight at North Wilkesboro. As you see a big power move down the back straight away for the number 23 of Timmons. So Timmons making the outside lane work at the stripe. P number 3 was his spot. So Scott Austin right now probably taking notes, just sitting right back there going, what's working for the number 23? Is it going to work on my number 5 here tonight? None of these drivers pitting. Only one driver has made a pit stop here tonight, and he finds himself deep into the field, running 10th right now for Brian Hacker. He was able to pick up 8 spots since the drop of the green flag. Will he continue to climb? Matthew Barkhouse says, I like to climb a lot. I don't know if he really does, but as of right now, till he corrects me, he is an avid mountain climber, has all sorts of harnesses for himself. Now he'll take over that spot. Matthew Barkhouse going to fall back a spot. Now that'll put the number 75 of Mike Alexander working the outside lane. He has a lot of cars up there too. It's Alexander, there's Eschen, there was the number 46, I believe it was. It was Martin, and then that's the 96 of Smith. So if you got a 6 in your number, you're doing pretty good. As they battle there, Alexander still trying to get around the number 15. Barkhouse to the inside. At the stripe, still give it to the number 75. Was faster. 0.2 was the difference there. As they continue to battle, they got the drivers that are just behind them. That's the number 23, Gary Eschen, and the number 46, Philip Martin. Brian Hacker into this battle too. He has finally caught up to those drivers, and now he's going to insert himself down on the bottom side of the speedway. The other day I jumped in on one of these guys' practice session, and they were telling me that they did not quite have their field of view perfectly set up. So everything was looking a little funky. It looks like they probably have that all squared away today. They haven't come back in and asked that question. Eschen down on the bottom side, car number 23, trying to take the 7th spot away. Just taking a look. I thought I saw Al Smith move, but he's sitting right there, so he hasn't picked up any position since the last time we talked about Smith. You want to talk about having an off night. Car number 39 of Bill Martin. Martin started back into the 13th spot. He picked up 2 spots. That was just on the opening laps of us going back green flag racing. Nobody trying to make a move here, so next time by we will be in the range of just 40 laps left here tonight from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. I say that like my peers on second shift are not going to call me. I'm shaking my head, no, race fans, because I know they are already going to call me. Look at all these cars under a blanket. A lot of these drivers have stretched it out, gone single file here with just 40 laps to go. But you still have the number 46 of Martin. You still got the 75 of Alexander. A lot of good names just built right into this nucleus here at the North Warwick Speedway of great racers. So it's Schaefer, Fortin, Timmons, Austin, and Barkhouse is how they are currently lined up. As you see that battle still going. Caution flag coming on. Believe it's the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee, the number 98 coming out the gate here tonight. Uh-oh, Dobbs going around. That's what happened to Mr. Dobbs. Watch it back again. Dobbs goes down to the bottom, and oh, once you get the grass on the tires. Remember how we talked about pit stop for Brian Hacker, and he was hoping it was going to go the rest of the way? This strategy about to go flipped and turned upside down. Oh, contact in pit road. Scott Austin trying to get to his pit stall. The number 15 of Matthew Barkhouse making a little contact. They will come together, and that will possibly lose time for both those drivers. Race off pit road, and that's going to go to the number 13 of Guillaume Fortin, and it's going to be Joe Schaefer Jr. Seeing who's putting 4, who's taking 2. We'll get this all squared away here in just a couple of seconds. Waiting for everybody to come back across the line here, and that will exactly tell us who is running where here tonight from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Over halfway, and looking at it, we should have about 30-some laps left in this one when we go racing. One driver out of tonight's event. Now 2 drivers out of tonight's event. Tyler Bushy in car number 15 has called it a night. He completed 17 laps here before pulling it to the infield. Racing Jason, who you just saw go around on lap number 61, he has now called it a day here from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. He is out of the Xander Sign Group 100. That leaves us with 17 cars. All drivers are on the lead lap here, and I can officially tell you the rundown because everybody is squared away. Brian Hacker, who will stay out here on 33 lap old tires. Gavin Isley, who will restart P number 2, has not come to pit road, so those are old tires for Gavin Isley. Then it's going to be Guillaume Fort in car number 13. Joe Schaefer Jr. will be bumping back into the 4th spot. Philip Martin in 5th. Mike Alexander will restart 6th. Bill Martin must have had a heck of a pit stop. He will restart into the 7th position with Matthew Barkhouse, Gary Eschen, and Scott Austin. That's how they'll come back here into the restart zone. Ready to go racing after the second caution flag of the evening here. It'll be 68 laps out of the 100 laps here tonight scheduled for the Best Colorful Creations Pro Series here tonight. Hacker going to try and get a good launch, and it looks like he will be able to clear. By the time they get to turn number 1, they're going to end up being 3 wide, though. Gavin Isley going to get put into the middle. As you saw down to the inside, there went Guillaume Fortin. But there was one car up into the wall. 2 cars coming together. That's number 75 of Mike Alexander and the 15 of Matthew Barkhouse. There you see everybody. The trouble corner for them is turn 4. We'll continue to watch that battle. Look at them 3 wide, though. Gable in the middle. Xander. Barkhouse. Uh-oh. Tumble. Oh, he's not going to quite get it back onto the wheels. He'll have to take a tow. This is what happened in the replay. Watch it back. You see the 75 get into the 18, and unfortunately nowhere for Matthew Barkhouse to go. So that will be the 3rd caution flag of the evening. It's exactly what Brian Hacker wanted to see, because that number 2 lost 1 spot. And it, unfortunately for him, has to be the championship leader, who is now taking back the top spot. So Guillaume Fortin showing us he is very fast here tonight. So it'll be Fortin, Hacker, Schaefer, Martin, Isley, Austin Timmons, and Gary Eschen. They're scoring Michael Peak into the 10th position, but we're going to have to wait and see after we get told to double him back up. A couple drivers coming back down pit road. Looks like Matthew Barkhouse is on pit road for an extended period of time here. Here comes the number 92. That's Adam Turner. He will get back out. And Matt McLean. McLean also down on pit road. So what do you think so far, race fans? Who's got the quickest car out there on the speedway? Who do you think your underdog is? And who do you think your underdog? is doing? I wish I could answer that one for you, but I do not have the answers. Still got the lights on the iRacing.com pace car on here. Heard a funny rumor just the other day that Dale Jr., unfortunately, when he was here at the track, well, they only had a 1987 version. Nobody got an updated version. I heard there is an updated repave version coming here to iRacing. You're going to have to keep your eye out. Keep a lookout. And how about the Berlin Speedway coming to us also? That's supposed to be a good one for our short track racers here on Thursday night. But we're ready. With 25 to go, we were told double them back up. We're ready to roll them off into turns 1 and 2 like the storming, thundering herd they are. It'll be Fort and Hacker. Schaefer and Martin are the top 4 drivers. 25, it'll be 24 when we take the green flag from Barney's hand. Let's watch from a high. Great start by the race leader of Guillaume Fortin as they work themselves out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Fortin, Hacker, and Schaefer. That's how they're running as they came across the line to complete a lap. One car out of shape. The doctor. So Bill Martin going to go around for the 4th caution flag of the evening. Now let's take the look. He was running 5th at the time. 46 and the 39 making a little contact. There you see the 18 of Gavin Isley also comes sliding on through there. Hacker was in that battle there with the 18 of Gavin Isley, though. Didn't see exactly out the windshield and what was going on. So that is what will put us under the caution flag. A couple drivers will come to pit road here. And as they come to pit road, we're going to take a quick step away here from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll be right back with more here for the Zinder Sand Group night.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Take a look just in time as we come off turn 4. One car down on the bottom side. And I believe we will not go green. We will not. Bill Martin down on the bottom of the speedway, bringing out the caution flag. So we get a no-go. So a cheap little caution flag there for Bill Martin on the front straightaway. There you see the 39. We'll see what we have to do here before we can get this one restarted off. Looks like the officials here tonight a little confused on it themselves. We're telling the race drivers that we're going to all have to stop to let this wonderful iRacing.com pace car come screaming by the field. And we're probably going to lose about 5 laps on this one of racing action here tonight. Maybe we can get ourselves a quick yellow and get this one back underway. Right now, though, the driver of the 13G of Guillaume Fortin, the driver out of Quebec City, driving here this season for Hugo Paquette and his race team. He is the points championship leader coming into the evening. Looking at Guillaume's stats here with the series, he started back in 2016 with the Upstate Racing League. Never picked up a win until 2022, where he was able to pick up 2 career wins with the series. His first wins, it was a long time, a lot of second place finishes for Guillaume. He finally broke through to victory lane. This year, he's already beat that. He's already parked it in victory lane 3 times. We'll see if he can pick up another one here tonight. His championship competitor, Brian Hacker, just behind him. Hacker has 2 wins this season, and he's second in the overall championship standings. Lights are going to go out, and we've lost about 3 laps of racing competition here from that caution flag. No driver taking the lucky dog on that one, as Bill Martin was the driver that was a lap down. He will stay a lap down to the race leaders. There's the running order. We'll go with just 14 laps remaining in the Xander Sign Group 100 here after the 5th caution flag of the evening. Pace car in. Guillaume Fortin going to bring us back to life down the front straightaway. The 2 tires for Guillaume, the new tires. Going to storm off into turns 1 and off turn 2. He is set sail. Brian Hacker onto the outside there in the Austin Designs number 2. Remember, he rolled the dice early coming to pit road onto the first caution flag. And oh, Joe Schaefer Jr. hard into the wall. That's going to stack him up on the front straightaway. It is a junkyard parking lot, as the 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. going to have to retire that car. And Matt Eddy going to bang up the Pontiac nose just a little bit on the 88. See if he can get that one refired. But boy, oh boy, racing towards the front of the field. And Joe Schaefer Jr. here tonight, who set the quick time. Not going to be able to finish this one off. Watch Hacker, watch the 6. The 6 gets down to the curb. Up the track he comes. Scott Austin goes around. And how about, I believe that was Philip Martin just squeaking through there in the 46. A couple cars getting involved. It looks like Mike Alexander was involved. Scott Austin, Matt Eddy, Gary Eschen, Gavin Isley, Joe Schaefer Jr. all involved. Look at the 23 there of Gary Eschen. Completely destroyed. Riding on board with Gary Eschen. I think he hit everything but the Coca-Cola sign on the infield. If you get motion sickness, don't watch this one. On board with the Epic Media number 6. Motor expiring on that number 6. So a lot of drivers down on pit road trying to get some work done to their machines so they can come back out onto the speedway. Adam Gable, Matt Eddy, Mike Alexander, Scott Austin, Gary Eschen, Gavin Isley, Joe Schaefer Jr. Drivers that had significant damage here. Other drivers like Adam Turner, Philip Martin, Matt McLean all having damage, but not enough to come to pit road to give up their running positions. We were going to go under 10 laps to go, and the running order here now is very jumbled up. It's Guillaume Fortin, Blade Timmons, Brian Hacker, Al Smith Jr., and Michael Peak inside the top 5. Well, what do you say? We can give you what you want out there, race fans. Let's watch it back one more time here. Well, here we go. Here we go. This is what you wanted. This is what you asked for. This is what we got. Well, Mike Alexander hopped the pit wall. Didn't even get to see that one. Back to green flag racing, though, just like that. 8 laps to go. Guillaume Fortin leading us back to green flag racing. Half the field cut in half here. Yeah, no kickflip, though, Zach. Unfortunately, not going to get a good score from the Canadian judge. First lap back to green, it's Guillaume Fortin, Brian Hacker, Blade Timmons, the top 3. Then it's the boss man of Al Smith, Michael Peak back there, Matt McLean. And how about Philip Martin trying to roll back here in car number 46. He was able to get through that melee. Now he finds himself just outside the top 5. Michael Peak holding the 5th position. New quick time of the race here. Going to go to the number 13 of Guillaume Fortin, a 18.54 second lap. 3 wide down the back straight away. That's the 88 of McLean to the outside. They settle it off before they get down into turn 3. There's Michael Peak. There's Philip Martin. This time by, though, it's just 5 laps to go. Everybody still having the handling woes, even down the straightaway there. That was Michael Peak, I believe, his right front tire. It took a little piece of the concrete wall. 4 to go. You see a little kick out there from Michael Peak, hanging on to it. They've used him up. They've abused him here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. When they come by this time, it'll be just 3 laps remaining. Guillaume trying to pick up another one here on Wednesday nights. He's already picked up 3 wins, looking for his 4th. With 3 laps to go. Brian Hacker's just behind him by just a half a second, but looking at the tire fall off, I don't believe Brian Hacker's got enough left in the tank. To come across the line, it'll be the old popsicle sticks got tossed up and dumped out here tonight. It'll be 2 more times here for the number 13. Fortin, Hacker, and Timmons is how they are running. Al Smith just outside the podium, finishing positions as the old white silk is going to fly. This one will finish with the first driver back across the line. Guillaume Fortin down the back straightaway one final time. This time out of 4, Guillaume going to look up. He'll see the checkered flag. Winner here tonight of the Xander Sign Group 100 from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Going to go to Guillaume Fortin, Brian Hacker, Blade Timmons, Al Smith, Philip Martin, Michael Peak, Matt McLean, Adam Turner, Bill Martin, and Matt Eddy. That is how they will come across the line here tonight after 100 laps of feature racing competition with the Best Colorful Creations Pro Series. Brought to us by the Upstate Racing League. So Guillaume going to continue on his hot streak as he'll celebrate here tonight. So as he does a little celebrating, we'll take a very short break here tonight. And we'll be right back with the top 3 competitors after this.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the North Wilkesboro Speedway here, race fans. Tonight, 100 laps is completed in the Xander Cyan Group 100, and we have a winner standing by. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just kick this one off with the driver of the 13 car here tonight. Guillaume, you keep the hot streak going as you pick up the win at North Wilkesboro.
Oh yeah, the crew guide on pit road did an amazing job. They got me up front before Joe, so I think that the winning move right there, I was able to just pass Joe there and just get by Hacker on fresh tire, and just after that the caution flew and I was able to keep the lead.
Yeah, a lot of cautions after the halfway point of this one. How did the car react on all those restarts? He had some strategy up there. Brian Hacker was up there at one point. He was on a little bit older tires, but how did the night's restarts play out for the 13?
I think they were pretty good. Controlling the restart here is so much important because you can get a run on the front stretch and just send it in turn 1 and get out front. So, but with all those caution, the car kind of got tight at the end, and I thought that I was gonna lose a lot of time because of that, but I made it happen and we were able to get away with a win.
So you come into the night here as the points championship leader. I have lost my point standings. I believe it was 30-some points here. 34 points is exactly what it was coming into the night. 2 races left. That points championship gap's going to open just a little more. What do we got to do in the final 2 races here this season?
Yeah, hopefully we can continue on the streak that we have going. I haven't finished outside of the top 2 this year with Upstate, so hopefully it's going to go this way for the last 2 races, and hopefully I'll bring back the back-to-back championship.
Well, it'll be the first time that happened for you here with the series. Of course, it took you to the last 2 seasons to pick up wins, so you've definitely been on, well, what we would call the hottest driver in the series. So before we let you head out, I know Kelly's not here and you're very disappointed, so let's roll this red carpet out here for you, hand you the microphone, and you tell us who you got to thank back home.
Yeah, first of all, I'll dedicate this win to Kelly because I miss him in the booth. Those interviews are not the same without him, and the 2 Canadians hanging with each other. But I have to thank Gestion LPG. They're doing all kind of workstation, pit box for racing. I know the racing is gonna start any moment now, so if you need anything, hit them up. They're doing all kind of stuff and they're pretty awesome. And also Al and you guys for putting up this league. It's really fun to watch the broadcast.
Well, he's going to have to watch it back and not listen to his good friend Kelly Dahl, who just didn't quite get back to Canada World in time for tonight's race. So, Guillaume, tonight we joked we didn't know if he was going to give me the silent treatment or give me the Bill Martin treatment, but he was kind enough here to bless us with his beautiful pipes and voice. The driver, though, that will finish second, well, it's the championship foe, Brian Hacker. Hacker, a good run for you here tonight. You rolled the dice on the strategy, and unfortunately, well, I guess you can kind of say it did pay off, but you didn't quite get the win.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, it worked out not how I had planned. When that caution came out with like 35, 40 to go, I thought we were a sitting duck. Luckily for us, not luckily for you and the viewers, there were a lot of cautions there at the end of the race that cooled the tires down. After a certain amount of heat cycles, it doesn't really matter how fresh they are. I wasn't going to be able to catch G with his fresher tires, but it was enough for us to stay up in second. So at the end of the day, it worked out. It certainly didn't work out how I planned it to work out, but it worked out.
So you don't get the win, and that leaves us with 2 races left on the board. The points championship gap going to be a rough 40 points here. What do you got to do to turn the season around here in these final 2 races to possibly catch that 13 car out ahead of you?
I mean, he's unconscious right now. He's on fire everywhere we go. This league, other leagues, he's just he can't be beat. He's in a rhythm. So, aside from sending a human trafficker up to Quebec, I don't know what we're gonna do. Try to get the best finishes we can, and never want to hope that he runs into bad luck. He's a good guy. We become buddies. But that's going to be about the only way we get back up to the championship.
Just taking a quick peek on how long it would take me to get to Quebec here, and I think you're probably tough out of luck because that is quite a long drive that my phone's trying to calculate getting to Canadian land, and it's just not going to be possible.
Yeah, it's a hike for me too, and I'm clearly not that good at French, so even if I got there, I wouldn't know how to find them because I couldn't read the road signs.
Google Translate, I heard, is a heck of a thing nowadays.
Never heard of it.
Yep, me neither. But hey, great run for you here tonight, Brian. Who do you got to thank? Because I know that car is looking pretty sharp out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique look for us. Scott Austin Designs, he got caught up in that wreck at the end there. I feel bad. I guess Joe got the apron. I didn't see that. I was trying to let him get clear so I could get down to the bottom lane, and he got the apron as I was trying to get down behind him, and it just sent him into the wall and caught a bunch of people into it. So I feel bad for that one. Thanks to everybody else on the car, Carbon Junction, Aberdeen Lodge, and Boulder Beer Bar. Thanks to you guys for coming out. Well, it's just you tonight, and Kelly for playing sword fights in Mexico, and Al for putting this on.
There you have it. Brian Hacker tonight, not going to make his way to Quebec City, but he will finish P number 2. The driver that will finish on the podium here, well, you've had a lot of speed this season, Blade, but tonight this is the first time it all kind of fell into your lap to finish P number 3 with that Christmas scheme on the car.
Yeah, we've had speed. We just had a lot of bad luck this season, but we're working it out, and we're trying to get there. Hopefully we can try to catch a win with these last 2, but G being as fast as he is and this field being fast in general, it's going to take a lot in perfect circumstances.
Well, you had some circumstances fall in your lap here tonight. The 23 was running about mid-pack, then all of a sudden that chaos happened on the front straightaway. What did you see from your point of view?
Mayhem. Yeah, everybody took 2 on that pit stop. I decided to take 4. I was hoping maybe if we got another long run, the 2 would get fairly loose and the 4 would play in my favor. But yeah, the mayhem ensued, and I was dodging. I mean, it's all you can do. One of them caught me, gave me some damage, gave me some wheel damage, but it was late, so we just stuck it out and tried to make the best of it.
Well, the car looks good. You ran good here tonight. What do you think, though, when we head to our next event down at the Five Flags Speedway for the Summer Ball 100? How's this car going to unload down there?
It's usually pretty good at Five Flags. It's fast. It's a lot of throttle time, so passing's probably going to be pretty tough. So, car usually has a lot of grip in it. So, we're going to try to do our best and try to get a win or another podium.
Well, it's good to see you up here on the podium here tonight from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. So what do you say? Who's on the side of the old Christmas? I don't see any St. Nick, and I don't see Elton the Elf, so who is it?
Elite Performance. They provide a bunch of setups, so if you need any setups for these open series, y'all go check them out. Appreciate y'all for being up in the booth every week, and I appreciate Al for putting on a heck of a league and letting us race and have some fun and blowing off some steam during the week.
There you hear it. It's the driver of car number 23 out of South Carolina. He will finish 3rd here tonight. Blade Timmons race fans will rally back to finish P3. So, with that being said, what's left on the docket other than to wrap things up here? Well, the driver that picks up the most spots, he is the driver of car number W6. Michael Peak will finish into the 6th spot here tonight. One spot higher than him, rounding out our top 5, was Philip Martin. The driver, though, that finishes in the 7th spot, that's Matt McLean. Adam Turner picks up a top 10, 9 spots gained for him. It'll be 8th place finish. Bill Martin to come back from a lap down and stopped on the front straightaway. He'll finish 9th. Matt Eddy then will round out the top 10 here tonight from the North Wilkesboro Speedway. That leaves us headed to the Five Flags Speedway 1 week from now, and then we will wrap things up on May the 22nd at Lanier for the Dan Dubuque Memorial Race, which will be our 10th and final race of the season. But race fans, for everybody at the Xander Sign Group, everybody with Best Colorful Creations, everybody at the Upstate Racing League, and all of us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show here virtually from the North Wilkesboro Speedway, where Guillaume Fortin picks up another win. Well, race fans, until we see you next time, we hope you stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.